Really wanted to give you a visual understanding of what we were talking about. I find this really helps me to look at how things will work, so hopefully that will be of use to you too. So we always need to start with our purpose. What is it that we're actually trying to achieve? And in this instance, we're going to be launching the 2015 courses so that you can obtain some bookings. The market that we're working with, or we're looking to target, will be photography enthusiasts in Cheshire, which obviously you can narrow down as you go further into the process, but I thought we'd leave it at that for today. The message that we're going to be getting across to people is that they have the opportunity to be the first to access this new suite of courses, that they have an exclusive offer available to them if they book by a certain time. So we want to encourage them to take action and to book now so that you've got your bookings under your belt. Now, the kind of media that we're going to use in order to get to these particular people and deliver our message is going to be email marketing for your existing client base. We're also going to then use social media, networking, your blog, and speaker slots for new prospects that are potentially likely to come through and want to book with you. So you can see down this side I've done the various different stages of the lifecycle marketing process. So we've got attract, we've got capture, we've got nurture, convert, deliver, and then refer/upsell, depending on what you want to do. So we start out by sending an email invite out to your existing client base, and do that as a VIP kind of approach so that they think that they are the first to get access to this suite, that they are the ones that are going to, because they've already had communication with you or they've had business with you, or they've given you business rather, that they have access to your first brand new courses for 2015 and they have the opportunity to book first. So they feel a little bit special. Now ideally what will happen is that they will chomp at the bit and they will automatically click the link that you have in that email and land onto the page where they can download their voucher or their code and then go on to book. Now, it might be that they don't do that straight away. We're all very busy people. We see things drop into our email inbox and we think, yeah, I'm interested in that, but I'll do it later. They might then forget. So we always then, if they don't take the action that we want them to take, is then send them an email with a reminder that they need to come and claim their code. Hopefully that will then give them the little bit of a nudge that they need to then click the link and head onto the landing page and take the rest of the process. Again, if not, we then take them through to a final opportunity to do what we've asked them to do. A final reminder that time is running out, that their code is going to expire at a certain time, so they need to take some action. Now, from this VIP email, we need to make sure that this link that we send them to, the website via, is trackable. So we'll use the Google URL builder or bit.ly or something where you can track the activity on that link and make sure that only that email invite has that link. All of your other methods of attracting will have their own dedicated links as well. That way you can see which of those methods has been the most effective at attracting people into your funnel. Now, the other ways that we're going to work are social media posts, so you're going to be working with Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, potentially Pinterest, any of the areas that you feel quite comfortable in. I'm going to send you over the tutorial on getting started with Twitter and how to get your head around it and how to use Hootsuite, so you can schedule the majority of these kind of posts in. But you've got to find lots of different ways to send people to the same place. So think of all the different ways in which you can start a conversation or include in that conversation for them to be coming over to here to take our course of action that we want them to take. While you're out networking, I want you to be collecting people's data and either popping them into your email list and sending them through this route, or sending them direct to the landing page where people can start to see the suite of courses and start to book. So wherever you are, start talking about 2015 courses. What kind of course would you be interested in? What could I add to the suite? I've got some great new stuff coming up. Go and have a look here. It might even be that you have some little cards printed with that on there, but ideally you get their information so that you can control the way that they go. Same works with speaker slots, so if you're at any networking events or any group events where you are one-to-many, you have the opportunity then again to find a way to capture those people's details so that you can send them on this route. We don't want to leave them to their own devices, we need to control them wherever possible. And again with the blog, think of lots of different ways in which you can get a link through to this page again into your blog. So it could be, we're launching vouchers, are you ready to come and see what we've got available for 2015? It could be another one about the autumn series that you've got, you know, and if you really do want to learn how to get more out of using your camera, then book on one of our 2015 sites. So again, you've got multiple routes from the blog through to this landing page. But as I've said, all of these routes of attracting people will have their own URL so that we can see which ones have had the best impact. Now, landing page or website, this landing page can be in your existing WordPress site. It doesn't have to be on the navigation, it can only be accessible through these links. So you don't necessarily have to have just any old Tom, Dick and Harry landing on them. But on that page what we want is some information about you and some information about the offer or the exclusivity that these people are looking for and what they then have to do next. So pop your details into the web form. We're going to then email you your code that you can use when you're booking to claim your exclusive offer or claim your discount or claim your free whatever it might be. So once we've then data captured them, that might be nice if you've got a little video on that site, if you could, a little bit of interaction so that people get to meet you. What we then do is there's an autoresponder sequence then that will kick in. If you're using MailChimp to collect your data in your web forms, you can then have an autoresponder sequence that happens when somebody takes that action there. So that would then be giving them their claim code, thanking them for their interest, but also that email needs to have some call to action of for book now. We don't want them to then just go off and not book. Now it might be that they claim their code and they don't book. So again, we go through this kind of sequence back here. So if they don't do what we want them to do, we'll email them a reminder to claim their offer, or to redeem their offer rather. Again, if they don't do that, then we give them a final chance. It's expiring on Thursday. Make sure you act now and don't miss out. So what we do is we then try and drive them back to our action that we want them to take, which is to book their course. Now again, you can get e-commerce plugins or training plugins that will go with your WordPress site, which will allow people to book on. Now, we need to obviously have a look at that and see what's available and what the costs are associated with that. But booking the course, that could be, it could even be an Eventbrite page if you haven't got the capability to take it into the website. But Jessica will be able to let you know if there are any good plugins to use for that. If possible, on the booking page, make sure there's the option to share. I've just booked this course, or come and take a look at this through Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, those kind of things, because if somebody's taken some action, we then want them to talk about it so that it raises some more awareness for you back out here at this end. And what that will then do is send people back round in this circle, so then hopefully you'll start to get some more activity. That won't just be the end of it. Now, once they've got to this stage and we've converted them and we've taken their payment, we need to then make sure that we are still nurturing them. We need to make sure that they don't kind of go down with some buyer's remorse and think, actually, I've spent too much money, I need to get that back. Or, do you know what, I think it's not for me, I'm going to ask for my money back, or I'm not going to turn up. You want to, again, control this situation, because it's likely to be that when they actually book their course to when they attend, there's going to be a bit of a time lag. So we want to keep in contact with them again and make sure that we are nurturing them here. So send them a thank you email for claiming their code and any details about the course that they need to know. You can also send them frequently asked questions that we spoke about, so it gives them an idea of what to expect, and you might even give them a few little hints and tips to try out before they come for the session. You can then also follow up with stories or testimonials, introduce some of your past pupils and say this is what they've done, this is where they were beforehand, and they've really enjoyed it, had their testimonials in. You might then also give them the opportunity to bring a friend. So in that sequence, say, why not invite one of your friends along, and then they basically kind of go through this process again. Just again, it's another way of filling up courses, but it's also people are more likely to come along if they're going with somebody. They're less likely to pull out. And then finally, make sure that you email them a few days before to remind them of the details of the course. So in only 2 days until you're in the studio, can't wait. And again, give them an overview of what to expect, what to bring, whether lunch is included, what directions they need, those kind of things. So handhold them all the way through. Then we get to the delivery stage, so they then come and attend your course, they think it's absolutely fantastic, and it may be that that's an opportunity on the day to then sell them on to another course. Now, depending on their signals during the day, how much they enjoyed it, you give them the opportunity that if they book that day then and there for their next course, again they get some kind of exclusive offer, or they get something extra to add the value. Just a way to encourage them to book and take that action then and there. If they then go away, what we want to do is make sure follow up with a request for feedback. If that feedback is amazing, then we ask them to refer. If it's not so good, then obviously we can look at ways in which you can fix it, and it just means that they feel like they're being looked after. It's not like they've attended the course, that's it, they never hear from you ever again. But once we've gone through this feedback and referral process, we then direct them through to a general nurture sequence, which is just the kind of adding value, building the relationship kind of emails, contact, I saw this and thought of you type of thing. So this is where kind of everybody wants to go, so that you keep in contact with them until you're ready to run another campaign. So people that don't go for the email and don't want to actually take any action, they go into this general nurture sequence. The same as people that claim their code or they sign up and opt in but don't redeem, they also go back into here, because it may be that it's not the right time for them. Yes, they're interested in it, but it's not right. Or it might be that they've got something else happening at the moment, so they're going to park that and they're going to do it another time. Or it may be that, you know, actually they're not that interested in it, so yeah, they thought they would, but now they're not. But it doesn't mean that they won't at another stage, so we want to make sure that we're keeping in touch with them, we're adding value and building that relationship all the time. Then, once we're building that relationship, they're not going to be surprised to hear from us when we've got something for them the next time. But remember, this adding value and building relationship is not selling. You will only then have a campaign like this that will sell when you have a purpose and you've worked it all through. So, I've rushed through that as quickly as I possibly can. If you've got any questions, please give me a call. You know where I am. But this is kind of a very straightforward way of looking at launching something. So you can apply this whole method to any other purpose of launching something, or trying to get people to buy your ebook, or trying to get people to come on or take up online courses, that kind of stuff. So you can use this again and again, but make sure, as I said, we're tracking things with the URLs, we're finding out how many people have seen things, to how many people redeem, and how many people then actually attend the course, how many people then refer, so that you can see which parts of this process are working for you and what could actually be made better for next time. So I hope that gives you something to work with. I'm now going to pop off, have a cup of coffee and start on your notes, so that you've got something in writing about everything that we spoke about today. I know you've got all of your great A3 workings as well. So by all means, test stuff out in the group. If you want people to help you out, perfect. Give me a call, I'll speak to you on Facebook, and enjoy it. Good luck. Bye bye.